evening, Speed.
Uh-oh, Exact is breaking up.
Welcome to the Super Metroid Randomizer 23 tournament. Upper bracket round 2 match between Eddie and Bressingham. My name is Exact Science. I'm joined today by WXFan21. How you doing today?
Good, thank you. As if the people on the main Speedgaming channel didn't have enough of me in the Metroid Fusion race that I just commentated. Yet again, I am back here for this Super Metroid start of the best of 3. And this is Exact. You and I got the honor and privilege of commentating the first of the best of 3 matches, too.
Yeah, I'm real excited for this one. You know, Eddie and Bressingham are both phenomenal randomizer players. Eddie's actually fairly new to Rando, but is a very, very strong vanilla runner. Has a 41 that he got very, very quickly in any percent, and joined the Rando League this year, and really put up some amazing showings. Really devoted player. Bressingham, of course, another super experienced randomizer player. Plays a lot of SMR and SMZ3. Also a strong vanilla runner. I'm excited to see where this one goes.
Absolutely. This is going to be a banger from start to finish. So if you're here, you're just tuning in, again, this is a best of 3 race. The first 2 games, if we need a third, it's going to be later on this week. But Exact, we have game 1 here right now, game 2 coming up right after this. And like you said, Eddie and Bressingham, both really great rando runners, both hitting that moonfall to utter perfection. And it's going to be what we're going to see here in old, I guess you want to call it old Brinstar. We're obviously going to get our Morph Ball early, but, you know, the last race I commentated, we got Ice in Morph Ball location, which was really, really interesting.
Yeah, I think... So somewhere between here and Bomb Chorizo, we're going to have to find a way to get through. We're going to either need to find super missiles, or we're going to need to find a way through bomb blocks. Vanilla Morph here, to be expected.
Exact. Is this even randomized?
One hopes. But yeah, so here in the ceiling, I would like to see. I think I'd like to see the speed booster here. That's I'm sure our runners would like to see.
I was just going to say that.
But...
I was just going to say I want to see speed booster in the ceiling. So, all right. So shout out to Oats and Goats is this even rando thing. But seriously, vanilla power bomb, vanilla missile.
Plasma.
It's plasma. This race just got really interesting.
Oh, that's silly. There's a silly item to see early. Of course, it's kind of useless without having the charge beam. Well, not totally useless against bosses, maybe, but it'll still let you, iframe through the through key hunters or any of those other nasty enemies. It's a really comfy item to have, like I said, for lower Norfair, and then if you get charge beam and X-ray. Very, very useful. Looks like
absolutely.
Both runners are going to go over here. We're going to check this, which is just going to be vanilla criteria or retro brand power bombs. I imagine we're going to see both runners. Yeah.
Yep. Also, shout out to Bressingham for laying their power bomb before they picked up the expansion. Oh, and it's lower Norfair, upper Norfair too, right outside of Croc. So. That's going to be an interesting door to keep in mind.
Ooh,
and...
Bress.
Oh my goodness, Bressingham, don't even.
Watch out for the pirates, Bress.
Bruh, you just started the race. Chat doesn't need this level of stress. 3 minutes in, Bressingham!
Those side hoppers are brutal. He was able to do some pretty cool powerbomb iframe. A pretty cool powerbomb iframe maneuver through him the first time. Unfortunately, kind of got bounced by the powerbomb replace going back.
Nice.
And we've got our super missiles. All right, so that's nice to see. One of the really obnoxious ways this barrier randomizer can gate progression is by, denying you what is supers early or power bombs early. So now that we've got both of those, that's really nice to see. I'm sure both of our runners are happy about it.
Absolutely. And so before we get too far into this rando one, massive shout out to my co-commentator Exact Science. They are absolutely outstanding, and a big shout out to really people that never get enough credit and maybe poo-pooed on a little bit more often than they should. Shout out to our amazing trackers Jestro Zooks, who I may or may not hear is going for the world record in any percent Super Metroid themselves. I'm totally kidding, Jestro. But yeah, also, let's get this out of the way with early. Exclamation point R in chat to follow both of these amazing runners. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking team. And something you'll see over here on the bottom left and bottom right of your screen are the two Samus icons. That is going to be our determining factor here for this best of 3 series. So keep an eye on that if you're interested who wins what races.
Okay, so it does look like we're going to see some divergence already. We're
Yep.
going to see Bress going left here. I'm guessing checking these two portals in West Criteria. Eddie is going back to the ship. This save makes me think he's going to check Gauntlet.
Yep, and Bressingham gets there another energy tank, so that's 2.
So that is...
And here we go, Gauntlet.
I think 2 does put... Well, you'd need speed for it, but you can get to Bubble Mountain on 2.
Mm-hmm. Bressingham froze. Bressingham's door went to n.exe. That door broke Bressingham's stream, ladies and gentlemen. That door was too OP.
Right, so Eddie making his way through Gauntlet here.
I'm going to call Wave Beam. Oh, it's a reserve tank. Okay.
Okay, so that is our 3rd tank. Which it's still not quite enough to put the Cathedral Run in logic. We need a 4th, but
yep.
3 tanks is enough for runners to know.
Oh my goodness, Bressingham just found Wreck Ship. Okay.
Bailing out, yeah. I
Tower and Wreck Ship? Okay.
Yeah, Wreck Ship is like not a location you really want to see early, especially in this mode, because for anyone not aware, we're playing Major Minor split with random area, random boss, and so there's only one item that you can get in the ship because we don't have Varia tweaks on, and so unless the boss there is Fantoon, which is slightly less than a 1 in 4 chance. So then, unless it's Kraid, Bress just couldn't kill them at all. Oh, and we've got Space Jump at Spazer. Okay.
I see a Bahar in chat. I see a Smellin in chat. I see Ark in chat, Nevdi in chat, Plumst in chat. Got a ton of the crews here.
I just cannot get over how crisp Eddie's movement is. This is...
So really Bressingham with their space jump. I really don't know where this seed really wants us to go. We get Business Center now. Might as well go check these checks out. I don't know what this seed wants from us. Very, very interesting here early on.
Let's see. Well, space does make the Cathedral Run. If they find a 3rd tank here at one of the majors in Business Center, that could make the Cathedral Hell Run a bit more appealing. But we'll have to see.
I'm kind of hoping for speed booster to avoid the Cathedral Hell Run, to be honest.
Let's see. What do we... So yeah, Bress is gonna... I like this power bomb. It's lets you farm these Sovas, which have a real nice
reserve
table.
tank.
All right, well, there's tank number 4. So we do have the Cathedral Run in logic now.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of obnoxious on 2+2, but it can be expected that what the seed expects our runners to do. Plasma, space jump. I almost feel like if we see, well, we need to see Varia too, but a gravity suit is going to make me a little suspicious. So question in chat about Cathedral. The Cathedral Hell Run is in logic with 4 tanks. along with Norfair Reserve and Speed Booster without speed. With speed, Speed Boosters and Logic with only 2 tanks. And there is a 3rd pack of power bombs, so... And Brett's gonna have to do the menu of shame at some point.
Oh, Spazer. Not what we want to see when we have plasma.
Yeah, great item, generally. Alright, and Eddie has found Turian, which is just at the warehouse entrance. But yeah, so Spazer, I am a known Spazer enjoyer / defender. It's a really good item, but yeah, like you said, not when you've already got Plasma Beam.
Mm-hmm. So I
Yes.
just find that really, really interesting. So we got Spazer early, we got Plasma early, Space Jump, no bombs, but we have 15 power bombs already on Bress. And like you said, like, it's possible we see Cathedral. Bressingham's gonna go find the Turian as well. This is nice to find early.
With this Space Jump, I would like to see at least one of our runners go. Bressingham, if he goes back up Red Tower, he can get into X-Ray with this. I imagine that's something that Eddie might be thinking in the back of his mind as well, but it looks like Bress is gonna head up Red Tower. I also like this because you've got 3 portal checks, and there's no chance of a soft lock because of the power bombs we've got.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know if I personally would... oh yeah, we have Space Jump. I was going to say I wouldn't do X-Ray Room, but I forgot we have Space Jump.
I would love to see somebody do the early X-Ray with nothing, but that's... Most people aren't willing to do that.
We've seen it, and it has sometimes paid off. For example, it was a speed booster one, and I think you needed a damage boost all the way across. So we're going to see if this has anything this time. Bress has reached X-Ray. And it's just an energy tank.
It's not a bad refill, at least.
I mean, this is really making me think that, you know, we could see some early hell runs here in Logic.
Yeah, we're up to 5 tanks now. All of Upper Norfair in Logic. So all of the Bubble Mountain stuff, including Wave, which takes that 5th tank.
Also, shout out to Bressingham for the Metroid Dread Sprite.
Alright, farming up some power bombs from the fire, please. Ooh, taking a spike hit. That's never fun. Those spikes are the bad spikes that hit you for 60 suitless.
Rude spikes. Alright, here we go. Where are we gonna go now? From Red Brinstar 3 to... Oh! Vanillador! Get out of here!
So yeah, this is definitely worth following. There's gonna be 1 major here that Bress can't check as is.
Yep, Waterway.
Yeah, would need him to do something very silly to check Waterway at this point, but and there's also this portal here. So
Oh, hello. That doesn't help. Isn't that a loop? That's top of Green Brinstar. What is this scene?
Yeah, I think that this is the move here for sure, because you know, this way he gets more chances at finding. He can check the 2 majors up here looking for speed, and the 2 at the bottom, and then Waterway's right there, assuming one of these 4 majors is speed.
I mean, once we clear out Green Brinstar with the exception of Waterway, you know, Green Brinstar is effectively dead.
Yeah, going back to Waterway is not something you generally see.
Yeah, I mean, because we have Green Brinstar 1 and 2 connected, and it's just vanilla to get back to Red Tower, like, we can't, there's no way to come back here and, like, you know, if Green Brinstar 1 was a nice portal somewhere, like, fine, but it's just get your items in Green Brinstar and get out.
Alright, so we're gonna see. Breast going up top. Jack puts it early supers. Vanilla. Nice to see.
Chad, I'm not the. Oh, did someone please tell me I'm not the only one that sometimes sings at themselves? Please tell me I'm not. Come on, Chad. There's got to be one of you out there. There's 165 of you watching.
Well, I personally have a tendency of humming the terminal montage version to myself.
Hey, I'm not alone!
Alright, so nice little moonfall from Breast there.
We've seen this item here, exact, be huge. I was gonna say, held gravity suit the last race I commentated. It's a Varia suit this time.
Yeah, that. So, no logically required hell runs after all, looks like.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Not all the time, but you know, every once in a while.
Alright.
I'm really suspicious about those other two criteria doors. Just looking at our tracker so far, I'm just suspicious of what those other two criteria doors are.
Alright, so it's like just another energy tank at charge. So, unless Hop Tank is speed, then Waterway is probably never getting checked.
Probably. So, I mean, I'm really interested to see here what this wave door is. Listen, the Lower Norfair theme is fire. That is just absolutely amazing. And for those of you that are new, what you just saw Eddie do, nice wave beam, I was gonna call it.
That's funny. That's always a funny location to find the wave beam, but yeah, that does mean that we're probably never gonna see what's at
Speedway.
Unless it's like grapple with required suitless or something to Botwoon or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be easy enough to get to because it's not like it's crazy out of the way because there are plenty of portals over in Red, plenty of door randos at Red Tower. But the interesting thing, and again, I mentioned this again, one thing you saw there from Eddie and Bressingham was a missile launch to the wave door. So, wave locked behind a wave door, I know, how ironic. There is a trick you can do if you launch a missile in the right spot of one of those doors that you can't hit the switch of. You can actually get the door to unlock. I don't know if I'd call it a glitch necessarily, exact.
It's a very minor one. Basically, it just relies on the fact that super missiles accelerate very, very fast. Like when you shoot a super missile, it accelerates at 1 pixel per frame per frame. And so if you get the spacing just right, you can get it to be going fast enough before it despawns that it'll clip through the gate and hit the button. For the most part, those gates with the switches on the right side are like they require a very specific setup like that. Most of them are like impossible or close to impossible to gate glitch, whereas left-facing ones are doable. It's just like generally frame perfect.
Anthony is looking for sympathy for the overpriced Dodgers in chat. Not getting any from this Red Sox fan.
All right, we've got
both of these players are crushing right now.
So just misses here at Alpha PBs, but we're gonna grab those. I think both runners. We'd love to find Charge Beam, especially with Wave Plasma. That's a really good beam combination to have Charge with, but there's absolutely no guarantee you're going to find it. Could well be at Waterway, which we're not going to go back to unless it's something that's hard logically required.
Yep, and we know logically it can't be speed because you need speed to get to that item. So Bressingham is going to go ahead and find out where this is going to go. I'm calling West Meridia. It's not. It's the other wrecked ship entrance.
Yeah, good point being made in chat. With the miners that they've picked up, both players do have Ridley ammo, assuming they are able to farm to full.
Well, okay.
So if we find Kraid, any boss there is going to be killable. Dragon's going to require a flash suit probably to escape.
Yeah. Bressingham is just absolutely flying right now, and so is Eddie, but Eddie not that far behind Bressingham at this point. Again, we saw the early route divergence. I believe Eddie was the one that went and checked Gauntlet first, and Bressingham elected to go left to go and check Terminator. Wow, the absolute smack talk from Ark and Nevdi in chat right now is just smack talky. Bressingham finding Kraid's lair. Like I said, I was very curious where those other two criteria doors were. A little suspicious of them, and we have found Kraid's lair, so we're gonna find our first boss.
Right, and so we are going to see Bressingham take a save here. I like this save because even though every boss is technically killable, like the Dragon fight is not going to be free, a Ridley fight's not going to be free. It's like even with this many tanks, Ridley will hit you for almost a full tank with only Varia. So, yeah, and also like he's got limited attempts at a Crystal Flash for a Dragon escape as well.
Bressingham, the suspense. Eddie gonna find their criteria 4.
Yeah, probably gonna
Yep.
follow right here in Bress's footsteps.
Can't blame them when you. Oh, it's Fantoon!
Okay. This is interesting because having found that wrecked ship portal pretty close by,
Yep.
there is a chance that we'll see someone make that play. Generally, it's something that players want to avoid. Wrecked ship is like the full clear of it is very, very slow.
Yeah.
Because you've got bowling.
That does take quite some time, regardless of what category you're running. It's just you can't speed up the Chozo. But we've seen Wreck Ship hold some pretty important items, and there are definitely some really big major checks there.
Yeah, I mean, technically you can skip the bowling cutscene, but it's very silly. Requires grapple and a crystal flash.
And a stick of dynamite, just blow it all up.
All right, so Bress
Only kidding.
Really having a struggle with Fantoon here.
It'd be nice if we had charge at this point, you know, to really make epic use of these high-end beams. But again, not having charge, you can't really use them against the bosses, like you said earlier when we found Plasma. So I'm just wondering if this is... Imagine if charge is by waterway.
Yeah, I mean, like both runners have picked up a pretty decent chunk of ammo so far. You know, we still need a pack of missiles and 6 packs of supers to be in like minimum ammo go mode, but like this early in the seed, this is a pretty healthy set of ammo so far.
It really is. Bressingham electing to go back to the ship and save. No, gonna go take the wrecked ship entrance down where Torian is. Because to get to wrecked ship, we have to go to Red Brinstar 5. And then loop all the way around. Oh, Bressingham's gonna go through Gauntlet. Okay.
Alright, doing a little Fantoon dance here.
I also want to give a quick shout out, if I can, to Baja Blood over in chat, who is in the top 8 of the Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament, and is going to be racing their first best of 3 race this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. We have a lot going on here. Like, again, we're like, oh, these are the speed races. Like, this is for Speedgaming Live 2023. Like, please keep that in mind. These racers are more than just racing for the sake of racing. You're going to be able to compete live in person. That's going to be so bleeping cool.
Yeah, it's like I'm really excited to watch how this tournament unfolds, especially because this is just like such a good mode. It's like major minor area boss is like I used to not be the biggest fan of area randomizer, you know, but like this combination really has really changed my mind, and I'd like to
Area
thank.
Rando's great. You know the one rando I've really liked and I'm getting into when I can is Map Rando.
Yeah,
That's really fun.
it is pretty cool. So Bress here going out single chamber, so we're gonna get a check of the wave location.
I
I
also
am
apologize. Apparently, this is an online-only tournament. I thought it was for a spot at SGLIVE.
No, so the Hundo tournament's in person.
A Honda. My bad.
More energy.
Doo doo doot.
So this must be. I figure this must be like variable or one of the slower progression settings, because we've seen a lot of energy tanks already.
Yep.
All right, and so Eddie going to be following right behind Bress, doing the same set of checks. Yeah, Bress, of course, will be going up here rather than down to that lava dive portal. This makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay. Yeah, so chat's correcting me. So Hondo's is apparently Hondo's online only. Dash is in person.
Oh, okay. Thank you, chat.
You know what? Chat over here correcting us. That's okay. MM2 is gonna come in here and rip us out. It's all good. Only kidding. By the way, big shout out to MM2 and Idol for putting on this amazing tournament. They've been awesome.
All right, so there is our gravity suit. So that I'm pretty sure we're gonna see. It'd be really funny if Lava Dive were vanilla.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, Upper Norfair is gonna need to lead. The Lava Dive door in Upper Norfair is the only portal we have that could possibly lead to an area outside of one of the ones we've visited so far.
Yep.
So, if it goes to, oh yeah, this is kind of.
What's really sus is we haven't found West Meridia, East Meridia, or Lower Norfair yet. So, or Croc for that matter. So I'm thinking that, you know, kind of how we saw over there in Green Brinstar, some connectors, we're probably going to find that in West Meridia. Wouldn't surprise me if it was vanilla from West Meridia 2 to East Meridia 1. Really wouldn't surprise me at all. So I definitely think Lava Dive is the next logical check here.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, there are a couple of, like, potentially kind of brutal options here for that portal. There's a chance that, you know, this is a vanilla portal or French vanilla portal, takes us to Lower Norfair, and then you have to go through Lower Norfair to get to the Meridia portals. I think that can happen.
Bressingham starting to pull away a little bit.
And we've got back to Lower Norfair.
There it is!
This is going to be a required reverse amphitheater to get to the rest of the zones.
Yep.
Yuck.
Not going to have a choice here.
Yeah, that's thankfully both runners seem to have been picking up most of the tanks in the way. And gravity, space jump, and crystal flash or two. This is like eminently doable, but it's still.
The only problem here is if this is vanilla Ridley. We don't have charge.
Yeah, I mean, like we've got 30 supers though. Like that's I don't. I think both of these runners are perfectly capable of doing this Ridley fight pretty competently. But what I would like to see here, it'd be nice to see grapple. I mean, I guess both of our runners are pretty full on supers.
Yep.
So we wouldn't need it so much. But grapple is a
Yep. Nice spring ball. Bressingham
Breast.
just flipped off spring ball. Got it.
No thanks.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, but no thanks, spring ball.
I could see this either way. I think that Bress probably feels like he's a slight underdog here due to Eddie's movement advantage, and so wants to skip the fanfare there. With this many power bombs, spring ball's not as useful. But it is still a potential time save. There are a couple of like kind of weird little places where spring ball can save you some time. But,
yeah, I mean, for example, you have the sand pits below Aqueduct and stuff like that, rather than again, we don't even have bombs yet, so spring ball could very much come in handy. But there's plenty of power bombs.
Yeah, I mean, right here at the bottom of Keeper Stairs is one too. You can just do a little hop instead of having to wait for another PB to explode. We're going for both. Yes, nicely done. Takes an extra hit from the Kazan, but oh well.
And now Bressingham gonna go tackle the Golden Guardians, aka the Ridley Guardians.
Alright, pretty decent drops there. Eddie being a bit more conservative with his supers here. Wants to make sure he's got maybe a little extra leeway on Ridley. His Bress, if he doesn't want to use any other ammo, is going to have to hit every single super. Also, oh, and it is Dragon here. Yeah, that was... So ignore entirely what I just said. That was only relevant if it was Ridley. This should be a pretty simple ammo fight here.
Yep.
And so yeah, this does mean that once we go through Reverse Amphitheater and find Meridia, that we don't have to fight Botoon, which is nice. And yeah, that Bress just unloading ballistics into the giant shrimp here.
Ah, shrimp.
See, this is a place that plasma is actually really useful in boss fights, even without charge, because you can just totally destroy the goop. And nice little cleanup from Bress.
I mean, Arc, I don't think you cringe. So, there. Oh my goodness, Eddie is literally nipping at Bressingham's heels.
Yeah, I think... So, yeah, Eddie does have, like, that... like, enough of a movement advantage that I would give that to him here, so...
Yeah.
It's gonna be tricky if there's no divergence in their routes, I think.
I don't know if there is any route divergence left. We know where the Torian entrance is. It's, you know, crate entrance and by Business Center. Like, if this ends up leading to West Meridia, which it most likely is, like, this is going to be tough unless you check a couple of different West Meridia doors. And then maybe that kind of route divergence, but I don't know. This is a really tight race. I'm impressed by both of these runners.
Yeah, so for anyone in chat who knows, because I'm not sure, is it possible for Front of Lower Norfair to go to one of the East Meridia portals, and for that East Meridia portal to go to West Meridia, with one of the West Meridia portals connecting to another West Meridia portal? Okay.
Yeah, this has to be West Meridia. We can't go to Croc and we can't go to East. There's no way to get to the other East Meridia elevator. This has to go to West Meridia, so... They're gonna have to do the acid dive, ladies and gentlemen, and this explains all the E-tanks.
Yeah. I was not sure about that. Thank you, Ned, being QB. I kind of figured, but yeah, I was not positive. Great. So you can. There's only one double portal that can happen.
This is a really interesting map.
All right.
Eddie gonna go check Mickey Mouse and Super.
That's a good check. Brett's gonna do it as well. This is nice for Brett because yeah, something I didn't realize is that despite Eddie's movement advantage, Brett is in a very slight ammo lead right now.
Yep.
Will need is now. Yeah, is now two of each, 2 missiles and 2 supers away from minimum ammo go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not surprised to not see, to not have either of our runners going to check GT via that green gate glitch. They're both basically in go mode at this point. Just need that ammo or to find charge somewhere. So I would be, yeah.
Eddie's literally pulled away on movement alone. Eddie's run is very impressive. There's Main Street.
All right, and so I think, yeah, I very much doubt that we're gonna see more major checks from either runner. Maybe behind Ridley, maybe behind Crade.
There it is. There's the There's the East Meridia portal. We have found Aqueduct.
Yeah, we'd love to find ice.
Ice would be nice. Hey, that rhymed.
Where are you going, Eddie?
Eddie!
Oops. All right, and Brett's gonna be. Oh, beautiful snail clip.
Eddie gonna go check one of these major items here in the sand pits, and again, that spring ball advantage I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, this major check makes sense because it's on the way down. You have to go around to get to the Meridia.
I mean, we can go check out what boss is here in East Meridia, I believe. Ooh, hello, high jump.
That's a nice little find for both of them. That's an item that I don't think anyone is ever unhappy to see.
Nope. And Bressingham elected to go down the right.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna. Yep. So Eddie went down the left sand pits, and Bressingham went down the right. Oh my goodness, Eddie, where were you going? They've killed Dragon. Eddie, you're not gonna go up toward that, are you? You are.
You have to. Without ice or speed, you can't get through Botchman's hallway without a crystal flash clip. So this is how you.
Right, you can't do that.
Yeah, I think that I agree with Chad here. I think the left sand pit was the better play here.
Yep.
And that I think that high jump advantage is really going to be substantial for Eddie, especially finding it.
Yep.
When we're only like halfway through probably a little more than halfway, but we've still got 2 bosses left. We've still got plenty of traversal to go.
Yep, and Eddie now going through Cack Attack, or Cack Alley, whatever you want to call it, and now has skipped the Metroid room, skipped Botwoon, and here we go. No speed booster and no ice.
And space jump, especially space jump with high jump, makes this room very trivial. It's not quite so fun going in without.
Nice super. If Bressingham picks up that super, I want to say that you're probably, 1 super away from go mode?
I mean, technically, Bress is in go mode now. He would just need to open doors and refill.
Oh, hello, Crade.
And kill Zeps, because we don't have the Zeps skip yet. So yeah, I imagine that we'll see checks behind here for.
Nice quick kill on Crade. And I wonder if this is speed. No, it's X-ray. Are you kidding me?
sometimes a great item.
Watch Ice or Speed be behind Plasma. Or be where Plasma is.
Yeah, so what do we have left for majors? We've got
What?
Plasma, we've got Mama Turtle, we've got Botoon, we've got Shack
Waterway.
Tool.
Waterway is one.
I mean, Waterway at this point is definitely dead, because if we get Speed, that's our Zep skip, and there's no reason to continue looking for...
Oh yeah, that's true, that's true.
Alright, so
We have all the wreck ship checks.
Oh. Speak of the... Oh. Okay, going a long way around, but that's speed booster, so that is full go for Eddie there, minus a little bit of ammo.
Yep.
Trade, please.
Great. Sit the F down.
Getting a little trolled by the slow mouth open. It's RNG, whether after Kraid stands up, whether he opens his mouth fast, medium, or slow, and that was a slow, which is obviously the worst.
I love to see everyone here in chat with everyone chatting. Love to see it. So Eddie, definitely ahead at the moment. I'm gonna go clear back out of Aqueduct and head into West Meridia. Eddie knows exactly what bosses left, and you know, to your point, we found that wrecked ship entrance early. It is a good thing that neither runner went to wrecked ship early.
Boss Rando, like Ridley's favorite place to be, in my experience, is the wrecked ship. And nice pack of supers for Eddie here.
Gonna be huge.
So, yeah, he basically, if he finds one more pack of supers, I'm pretty sure he can just go from there.
Yep. Eddie now realizing that this is Lower Norfair and... Okay, so see, that's really interesting. Eddie... Well, yeah, there's nowhere else to check. Like, those other two, the doors are dead. It's either the Croc, top of East Meridia. It just...
Yeah.
Does not matter.
Yeah, there's no reason to check anything in West Meridia at this point. You just want to...
Nope.
Get back to wreck ship, kill Ridley.
It just sucks we have to go all through Lower Norfair.
Okay, Ellen, bottom Norfair. It is kind of it's a bit of an obnoxious task to get back to the wreck ship from here, but especially with that speed booster, it's not too bad once you get through LM. Alright, that looks good. Yep, so both of our runners nailing the fast pillars here. And Breast going for a bit of a low ice strat here. Multi-hitting those pirates with the super missiles. And yeah, Eddie has pulled away pretty convincingly at this point.
Yep. I'm very impressed with Eddie. Very, very impressed. Their fingers may need a medic when they're done, but, you know, the movement's fantastic.
He plays on hitbox, he'll be fine. But he's taking it slow. Definitely worth doing, because even with gravity suit, key hunters are nasty guys. And yeah, just gonna... So we're beelining for the... No, this is gonna be probably through... Did we see what the miner is at Croc Escape?
I don't think so.
Okay, Okay. I mean, anything but power bombs would be good for Eddie here.
That'd be fantastic at this point.
Careful, Bress. I mean, he's got plenty of energy. He's fine. Yeah, but that we can see already, like, the advantage, the movement advantage from Eddie has been like very helpful here, but like having those high jump boots, the high jump boot advantage over Bress, especially with speed, we can just see how much of a difference that has made as well. Like high jump is a huge, like not only comfort, but it saves a lot of time in a lot of places. So is Bress going to single chamber here? I kind of feel like up the elevator's faster to get to wreck ship. Yeah, just at this point, Eddie is just gonna go. There's no reason for him to even check the item, but well, he might think it's potentially worth to check behind Ridley. Like just because if it is, oh, I see. I forgot about that portal being there. So yeah, the routing did make sense from Bress. But yeah, I think that like you maybe check behind Ridley here for ice just because of how much time it saves you in Metroid rooms, but I don't know. We'll have to see, but I am kind of expecting Eddie to just bail after killing Ridley. So I would kind of like to see, especially if Eddie skips it, I would like to see Bress make this check kind of as a bit of a play, because if it is Ice Beam, then that is a pretty significant time save, especially if Eddie doesn't first try speed Zeb skip. Yep, so Eddie is just bailing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got speed. It'd be nice if we could find ice on the way up, the way out.
I mean, the only place... Okay, Bress is also going to bail. So, I think that... Yeah, at this point, Eddie has a very convincing lead. There's going to have to probably be something going pretty wrong in Lower Norfair, or not Lower Norfair, Turian, for Bress to come back, unfortunately. But... yeah, also Eddie has the significantly easier loadout for a Zeb skip. Or not Zeb skip, baby skip.
Yeah. Can't do baby skip, no bombs.
I mean, you can do baby skip without bombs. Bombs and charge really help, but...
yeah. Here we go!
Does Eddie know space jump baby skip? Does Eddie know spring ball baby skip? Because that'd be pretty cool. I don't know how much of a hundo player he is, but...
we're in Turian at 47 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 47 minutes and we're in Turian. I'm not calling this a jet seed, but it's been interesting.
Oh, nice Metroid 1 app. Sure, I'm just gonna get that. So, yeah, both of our runners have just put on a fantastic show for us today.
Yep.
Eddie,
the racers really want to be ready and take a break before their next race right here at 8:10.
Yeah, so imagine we'll see a brief break and then going into the next one. All things considered, this is going to end up being real close. Like, both runners are going to be in Mother Brain at the same time, which you always love to see.
Yep. And I think the speed Zeb skip, I think, is going to really prove a lot, too. Like, if any of the runners have trouble with it. We have seen some runners try the speed zeb skip and have a little bit of trouble hitting it.
Yeah, it's a tight short charge. I don't feel like it's that much worse than pillars. So both of these runners are absolutely like fully capable of it. But yeah, it can be a bit of a particular trick, I guess.
Yep. So, exclamation point R in chat to follow both of these amazing runners. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking teams. Big shout out to my co-commentator Exact Science and to our amazing tracker, Jestro Zooks.
Yeah, just
who have basically said on the tracker that 3 doors lead to Croc. Apparently, Jestro really wants to see Croc.
Alright. Eddie skipping the baby, no problem whatsoever. Breast going for the baby skip. And oh, Breast. Your frames. Alright. So now we've got Eddie. Alright, does miss that first attempt. Yeah, it is slightly tighter than Pillars. Pillars has a couple of slopes that help a little bit. Yeah, it would have been nice to see a Stachio skip, but without bombs, it's a little more difficult to do that. Alright, so Eddie getting the speed zeb skip on the third try here. Man, I really think that, you know, this race is going to end up being decided just basically by Eddie's. I was going to say basically by Eddie's picking up spring ball and finding high jump. His ammo is a bit on the sketchy
Bressingham nails the speed zeb skip.
Eddie
Nicely done.
4 missile skip or equivalent. Any more than that, and he is soft locked.
Did both of these runners save, by the way?
I don't think either one of them did.
Okay.
Yeah, 1+1 leeway. Eddie looking like he's not gonna miss a single one though.
This should be it.
Wow. Excellent fight out of Eddie.
Nicely done from Eddie. Oh, the brain is getting shot in the face!
Yeah, that sandpit check was really huge. Breast making the understandable play to want to look for more ammo, but you know, there were a lot of. I think that Eddie's choice to check the major made a lot of sense. I think it was like basically even odds at that point to find an item that would have been good, maybe slightly better than even. And yeah, without the boots, Breast couldn't baby skip and just lost some time on like the movement, particularly through Norfair. But yeah, really excellent race, really excellent showing from both of our players here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sub-hour finish, which in area boss is a very impressive finish time. Like anything under an hour is.
Yeah, this is huge. So again, everyone, don't go anywhere. We are going to have race number 2 between Eddie and Bressingham coming up here. As soon as this race is over, it kicks off at 8:10 p.m. Eastern. If everything holds here, Eddie's going to take the first of this best of 3 series.
I don't think we're gonna see it just because of how it's definitely a risk, and like this seed was pretty linear, so I mean And Eddie did have to ammo hunt a little bit, so I don't think he feels behind, but he probably feels like it's very, very close. So I do want to see the blue bomber though, because who doesn't love seeing a blue bomber?
Mega Man?
Oh, it's a strat in Escape 3 coming up.
Oh, the one up the tower?
This one here, or in this room here. Okay, no, we're just getting started. All right. If you can do a mock, once you get blue, you can do a mock ball, and then do a spring ball hop and unmorph and speed keep, and you can break through the blocks at the top with blue, and skip the crash animation.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, when I hear Blue Bomber, I think Mega Man.
Yeah, I think that's part of what he's named for. But also because it's blue. You're blue and you bomb through the blocks. But yeah, I think that is a reference being made there. But it's definitely, if you look at high level hundo, you'll see people do it in their escapes.
54-38 for Eddie. So, 54-38. That's insane.
Yeah, that is an absurd time from Eddie. Excellent race. GG's in chat for him.
Yeah, GG's for both of these runners.
And Bress, like, barely behind him, just coming up the climb now into the parlor. One door transition away from the ship.
Yep. I don't think we're going to have an interview with either one of these racers, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I imagine if they do interviews, well, it'll be at the end of the second race tonight.
Yep.
But yeah, so there is Bressingham finishing with an official race time of 55 minutes, 26 seconds. So our runners separated by less than 50 seconds today.
That's insane.
That is just a phenomenal race from both players. Really exciting to see.
That is true. And I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be no interview. They've already started the second game. They've started the second game. We're not getting an interview. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to my co-commentator, Exec Science. Exec, thank you for joining and commentating with me. I believe this is your only commentator tonight, correct?
Unfortunately, yes. I would love to stick around, but I've got some IRL stuff I have to attend to, but like I'm a little disappointed I'm going to be missing out. So I'm sure this second race coming up in a little under 10 minutes is going to be another absolute banger.
You got it. So stick right here. Don't go anywhere. The chat's not going off. Jestro and I will be back for the second race of this best of 3 series between Eddie and Bressingham. Exact, thank you for joining me, Jestro. Thanks for being an amazing tracker. Again, exclamation point R in chat to follow the runners. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking team. Exact, thank you so much. I know you're going to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jestro and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
And yeah, looks like we're gonna have DJ Webb on comms coming up.
Woo!
So that'll be great.
Oh, jeez. Actually, I mean, yeah, I have to. I gotta go, DJ. I'm just kidding, DJ.
But yeah, thanks WX fan. Thank you, Jestro, for your incredible tracking services as always. Jestro is really one of the tracking goats in the Super Metroid scene.
Absolutely.
So. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me. Thanks again for having me. Thanks to the runners for putting on this great race. Thanks for chat for correcting me when I made mistakes. And have a lovely night, everybody. I'll see you next mission.
Good night, Exact. So DJ looks like they want to join us over here, race number 2. We'll catch you all back here in a few minutes. Go to the bathroom. Go get a drink of water. We will be right back for mission number 2 of this best of 3 series. Don't go anywhere.